Look at the little birdie. Look how small he is.
Alright, so if everybody could quiet down for me just so we can all hear. This is another type of owl. And she is full grown. This is as big as she'll ever get. And she's what's called an eastern screech owl. And they are the smallest owl we have in this area, though they're not the smallest owl in the world. The smallest owl in the world does live in the United States, but it lives in the deserts of the Southwest. It's called an elf owl, and it's about half this bird's
Look at that
size.
little birdie.
And if you want to see one of those, you can actually go to the Ashboro Zoo, and they have a couple on display there. We just don't have any. But this bird only weighs a couple of ounces. She's very, very tiny, but because she's a female, she's actually large for her species. So a male or a boy eastern screech owl would be even smaller than this. In the raptor world, girls are bigger and stronger. And that's because during this time of year, they have to protect their babies in their nest. But for the most part in the raptor world, boys are considerably smaller, but they're a lot faster. And that's because this time of year, by the same token, they're doing all the hunting for their families. So this is Jamie Bond. And Jamie Bond, interestingly enough, she got her name a special way. If you come and volunteer at our center, we have a little over 300 people that volunteer there, and only about 20 people that get paid to work there. But if you volunteer with us for enough hours, yeah. If you volunteer for enough hours, we pay you by letting you name a bird. Now, Jamie Bond was our 10,007th input, so she's 007. And then we found out she was a girl, so instead of being James Bond, her name is Jamie Bond. Now, she's called an eastern screech owl because the number one thing that these birds do is screech. They can screech or whistle as loud as a grown woman screaming. And they do this if they think something's going to eat them. So any bird or animal larger than this one is in danger of eating her. So they can screech very, very loudly. They also do something called skinning up, which I'm going to have all you guys do with me today. So I need everybody to fluff their feathers like you're an eastern screech owl. And be tiny and so cute. Oh my gosh, I hear something coming. Sit up really, really tall. Put up both your feather tufts. Squint your big bright eyes and lean into your neighbor and say, I'm a tree, I'm a tree. Okay, now hold that position for 5 hours. Go. Okay, stop. I won't really make you do it for 5 hours, but if these birds hear something coming, the way they camouflage themselves is to sit up really, really tall and skinny. They'll throw out both their feather tufts just like a great horned owl. They'll squint or close their eyes, and they'll lean into a tree.